Job, congratulations. What does it mean to be part of the Sunderland team that takes them back to the Premier League?
I said the other day, like, it means everything. Everything for everyone here, all the staff, everyone involved, it means everything. It's all that the club have been aiming to achieve for 8 years. Every single player who's come here has spoke about getting the club back to the Premier League, do you know what I mean? And so many have failed, but it's really, I take a lot of pride in saying that I was one of the players who helped this great club get back to where it belongs.
Did you always keep believing during that difficult run at the end of the season, and especially today when you went behind?
I always believed. I always believed. You have to believe. When you've got supporters like this and a group of lads like that, you have to believe. Yeah, I don't know what to say to you. But yeah, I always believed. I know people doubted us, and that's understandable. We lost a few games. People talk about momentum. But I think we did enough, and we showed enough throughout the season for people to at least give us some credit going into the playoffs. And I know there's the typical we're unexperienced by all the ex-pros who speak on Sky, but we've just proved that don't matter. Do you know what I mean? You need experience, of course, but with youth, like at Sunderland, you play loads of games, you get that experience. You get experience by failing, and we failed together so many times, and in the end we've come good, so yeah.
You wanted to make a name for yourself. You've certainly done it today, haven't you?
Well, yeah, I've been part of this great team, so yeah, every single player has made a name for themselves here. So yeah, I'm really proud.
Amazing feeling, yeah. I can't describe, really. I don't know what I can say.
If somebody said to you at half-time, relax, you'll win this game, would you have believed them?
Yeah, because the gaffer say in half-time, lads, we have to stay confident, to stay calm in the second half, to keep pushing like that. Just we have to believe in ourselves and keep playing like that. More intensity, more confident, but just we have to be confident in the second half. The gaffer said that in the first half, so yeah, we're trying to keep confident in the second half. So yeah.
You didn't have a lot of chances in the game, but then that moment came. When that moment came to you, did you have any doubt in yourself whatsoever?
No, not really. I'm the striker in this team, and I have to stay calm in every situation, especially when I score a goal. I scored a good goal in a good moment, I think, in the game. And I think it changed so many things in the game.
Here's a look at your goal.
Talk us through the movement.
Have you seen it today already?
No. Good thing. Right foot.
But I also wanted to ask you as well, when you were playing in the first half, it felt that you was playing more of a target man, like the ball was coming into you with a man behind you.
Yeah.
This is the first time we see you get the ball slip down the side, which is what you prefer with your pace and power. Did that feel that had come in at the right moment for you now with Isidore coming onto the pitch? You had a moment and Roberts to slip you in?
Yeah, it's just two different systems. When I play alone in attack, is like I have to keep running in behind the defense, and when Wilson comes on the pitch, I have to find other movements during the game. And yeah, Wilson like to go in behind, so I have to be smart and to change my pace, to change the movement a little bit, to perturb the defense. So yeah, you have to change some movements when you play with another striker on the game. And I did it in the second half, yeah.
Just very quickly, congratulations again. Looking ahead to next season, which games are you looking forward to the most? You're going to be playing in the Premier League against some of the biggest teams in the world.
I think you know.
Which one? Go on, tell us.
I think you know.
He doesn't even want to say their name. The team in black and white?
Maybe.
Yeah. Just to be clear, do you want to tell everyone at home which team are you looking forward to playing the most?
Yeah.
Newcastle, that is.
Okay. Talk to us about your celebration quickly, and then also the sunglasses.
That's where I was going, the sunglasses.
Talk to us about the celebration first. We're going to roll it, and then also the sunglasses.
You did that after the semi-final.
Look at
that. Randy Orton.
Yeah, I was thinking that's about the wrestler, right? Randy Orton?
Yeah.
And then also, you had the sunglasses. It was like you were prepared for the champagne. Is this because you're in the club most time, or you knew what was coming?
Not really. Not really. No, we talk about the celebration all the week. Everybody said to me, Eliza, you have to do that in the final if you score. And I said, okay, maybe. We'll see.
Nice.
And yeah, it was a good inspiration, yeah, because I like Randy Orton.
How do you feel, Luke, right now?
I'm overwhelmed. I generally can't believe this is happening right now. I'm unbelievably in great form. Will always be in debt to these boys right here for the rest of my life.
Unbelievable.
Go and lift the
enjoy
trophy
it, we're
and
going
then
to get
come
you back.
Hurry up.
It's amazing. It's amazing with our fans. We had a strong connection all the year, and they deserve to live these moments.
What was your expectations when you came into Sunderland? Obviously, you're an unknown entity here, coming into the Championship, a big club like Sunderland. What was your expectations?
To be fair, it wasn't so clear. Just my only focus was to work, try to get better as a coach, as a manager, with the staff, and work with the players. And we started well. We got confidence, and after that, it was a long season, and this is a great conclusion.
I just wanted to ask you, you had a lot of question marks going in because you changed people the last 6 games of the regular season, and then you go into the emotional playoffs that you did, especially the last game against Coventry. How was the hard work then to bring everyone back down to earth to prepare for this game?
Yeah, we made a decision 5 or 6 games before the end, because we secured this 4th place early, and the automatic promotion was impossible. We decided to refresh the squad and don't rush the injured players and so on. So it was tough because we had negative results, but we stuck to our plan, and we made some mistakes as well. Sometimes it's just one shot, one goal.
Yes.
And this one shot was useful to analyze and to say to the players, listen, we can learn from this. But at the end, it was a good decision because we had all our players available today, and with many options on the bench. So to manage the game, it was much better.
And in the talk about managing the game, it felt here we was talking the moment where Sheffield United missed the one-on-one, great save from the goalkeeper, Hamer going down, and then your tactical decision to bring the 2 subs on really flipped the game into your favour. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah. We changed 3 or 4 times during this game, just to find something to change the dynamic, because the dynamic wasn't positive. And we spoke during the half-time about bravery, the fact that we don't need to have regrets at the end of the game, but the coaching staff and the manager can influence the game by some tactical choices, and I think they were positive.
How is it that you manage, or how do you keep such a young side focused and hungry to perform for you at such a high level week in, week out? Because the majority of the side is so young. How do you do that as a manager?
I think we have many great players. So it's always easier with good players. They are young, but they want to learn, and they are talented. So it's easier for a manager.
So now we know your players are going to celebrate to the early hours of the morning. Yeah. How's the gaffer going to celebrate tonight?
I don't know. I need to rest, I think, a bit. But yeah, it's really positive to feel this emotion and to feel the connection with our fans. This club deserves to play in Premier League. It will be tough. It's another chapter. Now just to enjoy and
one more week. One week just to enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you go back.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you said about the challenge of the Premier League. How much are you looking forward to that challenge, both technically and tactically, because it is the best league in the world?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm really proud to be the manager of this club, to have this opportunity. But it will be another challenge. When we started the season, the players told me that they wanted to be promoted. Okay, let's go. We'll see after 49 games, but it's done. We'll have another tough challenge. So let's recover, let's enjoy, and we'll see a little bit later.
That's a fantastic modern manager, asking the players what they want instead of telling them what he wants.
I know what they want now. Beer and time off.
Probably yes.
Is it okay?
Yeah, I think it's possible this evening.
Regis, thank you so much for joining us. Just finally, has it sunk in? You're going to be a manager in the Premier League next season.
Yeah, it's like a dream, because when I first started here, I didn't know what exactly to expect, and it's not just a question of manager, it's a question of staff, it's a question of club. We created a strong energy in the building with many people involved, and they deserve to this victory this evening.
And just finally, one word on the match winner, Tom Watson. We know he'll be leaving your side to a fellow Premier League club in Brighton, but just how important has he been to this team at 18 years old?
Yeah, he's very young. I like his style of play because he fits very well with this position on the pitch. Left winger with good pace, strong, good finisher. So it was a surprise, but because we know him and we know that he's able to make the difference, and he did very well this evening.
Just last question for me before we let you go. How would you describe the Championship now that you've managed it?
Marathon.
I like that.
Listen, it's absolutely unbelievable. I've said in previous interviews that you dream of, getting your debut, you dream of scoring your first goal, but you don't really dream to captain your team to the Premier League. But it's not about me captaining it, it's about this team. That's what's got me there from minute one in pre-season, because the team ethic, the togetherness, every time something goes against us, we always find a way to come back, and that is the perfect example of it today.
Did you feel like underdogs? Because these two have had a lot of chat about the year of the underdog, and on paper, Sheffield United, of course, finishing 14 points above your side, looking stronger. So was that the sense of that in the dressing room?
Yeah, to be honest, we felt like the underdogs from the semi-final, because, I seen, and it was Coventry fans, it was neutrals, even some Sunderland fans, said that we couldn't get past Coventry, and the record that the club had against them, and the 3-0 loss that we had earlier on the season. So, we felt like underdogs from minute one in the playoffs, but I think this team thrives off stuff like that, and that's when you see our big players come to the fore.
I want to take you back to the game today, because we're still in the moment. As you're playing in games like this, was there a moment or something that happened in the game that made you believe that you guys can get the job done?
We were disappointed coming in at half-time. We got off the hook a little bit with the second goal. And we came out after the half-time and just said, we're a much better team than this. We played Sheffield United twice during the season. I thought we were the better team twice. I don't know if it was like nerves because of the big occasion, but once we started getting our eliminators on the ball, Patrick Roberts came on, was excellent. Enzo Lafay grew into the game and was outstanding. Eliza Mienda's, unbelievable. The turnaround he's had this year is outstanding. And once we got our, eliminators on the ball and our game winners, that kind of turned the momentum.
Just on that as well, for you emotionally, I see you cramp it up. I see that's not normally your game, though, is it? So how emotional was it for you to lead this team out and then try and calm your nerves and still be the leader?
Yeah, I didn't have a clue what was going on with my calves, to be honest. They got a 55 and my calves were cramping up, and I was going, I don't know what's going on.
That's normally my game.
Because I didn't feel tired or anything. My calves just were giving up on us. But we've got unbelievable players on the bench that can come on and impact the game, and that's exactly what happened. And like I said before, it's a massive team effort, and I think you've seen that today. You've
got a mantra as well, haven't you, this season, till the end, and you saw that in the game against Coventry, obviously with Big Dan, we get the header. You had it again today. Where's that come from, and how has that manifested itself into all the results that we're seeing?
Well, I think the PR team are going to get a wage rise after that, to be fair. Yeah, we had it back in League One, I believe, with when we played Wickham here. And it's a mantra, that symbolises the whole city till the end. The fans have been outstanding these last 2 weeks, getting behind the travelling to the semi-final, second leg. I'd never experienced that before.
Neither had I. I had to try and get out afterwards. It's carnage.
It was unbelievable. And then, the atmosphere that day, and then all the support we've had throughout the whole of these last 10 days, and that till the end signifies the whole city, and when you've got that mantra, you have to keep going till the end, you have to keep doing it, and we did it. So thank you very much.
Dan, just a quick reminder, do you want to take a look at the screen? We've got a reminder for you. So 11 years ago, you were a fan here in Wembley. It should be coming up. Look at that.
Look at that.
Yeah, I know.
Look at the trim on
that. Look at the cheeks, if anything. The man down feeling's too much on it.
Just a little bit of a change. Congratulations. You'll be in the Premier League next season. We cannot wait to see Sunderland in the top flight.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Unbelievable. Well
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I'm joined now by one of the most famous striking partnerships in English football, bar none. I could reel off all sorts of stats. I could go easy and go, of course, classic big man, little man. But all you need to know is in one season, as a partnership, they scored 10 more than Bergkamp and Henry.
Is that me and you?
No, Quinn and Kevin Phillips. That's not a bad number, is it?
Well, we didn't know that, did we? I think someone asked us off air how many goals we got between us, and I think it was 199. But in one season, I'd take that all day long because Thierry Henry is my hero.
No, I'm thinking he's Thierry in your bird camp. Would you liken yourselves to him, Niall?
Not really. Those guys were blessed with skills that I could only dream about, Jeff. They were incredible players. But one year we seem to have done better than that. That's a great stat to know. I mean, stats weren't a thing in our time. You didn't know really how many goals you scored, but it seems to be so popular now. Everybody seems to know every pass you've made, every tackle you've made.
Well, Kev always knew because he always told me.
Yeah, 100%.
We had some more than others.
Quinny just used to know how many pints he drank after a game because we was allowed to back then.
Now, what Sunderland don't have right now is a similar partnership, do they? What do you make of the front two?
Well, of course, they're the type of players that do things a little bit different than what we did. They come alive at moments when, maybe the other team the ball is broken down, we get a chance to go and counter-attack, and they come alive. They're different athletes, I think, completely, the way they can do that. It's a totally different way than when we used to play, and there can be long periods without the ball for them. I'd be very frustrated playing today, and I look at the two Sunderland players. The two of them played in the semi-final, in the playoffs, they played up top, and I watched them, and they got so little ball in the whole game, and then listen, when the chances came, they took them, and it was excellent. But I think today I'm not so sure we'd be able to do what we did.
I think Isidore only touched the ball in combining the two games probably 20 times. He gets a goal. That's what he's there for. But I think that our style of play back then was a little bit different. We were a bit more direct, back to front, fight for seconds, running off a Nile. So it's a bit different now because they like to play through the lines. That football that everybody likes to see. It's totally different nowadays. But they're a threat, that's for sure.
So we were dinosaurs. I think.
This club is in your blood. You're Sunderland legends. You've been chairman. You've been manager. In fact, you sacked yourself as manager as chairman, didn't you?
Good decision, by the way, as well. One of my better ones.
What
would it mean to get this club back into the Premier League?
Niles, rightly, the chairman's done wonderful things for the football club, and it is in our blood. I think there'd be a huge city in the North East wishing that we don't get the result today in terms of Newcastle, but you want something to get back to the Premier League because you want to experience those derbies. They're unreal. But what it would mean for this club is just, you look at the last 5-6 years, they spent 4 years in League One, struggled to get out of it, eventually got out of it. They've cemented themselves, in the Championship. Would we have seen Sunderland in the Championship final at the beginning of the season? No, we wouldn't. They're a very young squad. So they've exceeded, I think, all expectation. 5 losses coming into the playoffs. Never expect them to come through. They have. So every challenge that's been put in front of them, they've overcome. They've got a huge challenge today, which I think they can do, but we'll wait and see.
Confident?
I wouldn't say confident, to be honest with you. I'm kind of nervous about it all. It's such an occasion. The stakes are so high, and talking about what it would mean to the club, of course it'd be incredible. But in reality, and I put a chairman's hat on now, winning will bring its own set of new problems. And I say that, you don't have to look too far from people who won here and what's happened to them a couple of years later. Luton, for example, Luton Town, and what's happened to them and their decline, having gotten the Premier League. It's obviously a great thing to do. I think they've done brilliant to get to this point. It'd be amazing if they do it. And if they don't do it, there's a danger that some players will leave because other Premier League clubs will come and take the pick of them. So it's a difficult time. Fans just want to see us win. Players want to see us win. But I'm just thinking a little bit with my ex-chairman's hat on. It's obviously the bean counters or whatever you want to call those kind of people behind the scenes. It's so important that they get this and the money comes in, they can do it, but it's what they do with it and how long it lasts. And getting a bit carried away with myself now because we've won nothing yet.
Well, enjoy whatever, boys. You can dream.